right. Welcome back to the channel. Super Grognard here. Today, I review Alexa games almost every day, and today we're going to look at another interactive fiction story game thing. I was so disappointed by Tom Clancy's The Division Network, a game in which you just say yes 30 times to advance the plot. That is not interactive fiction. That is an audiobook with a next command disguised as a choice. I don't know. Maybe there's an audience for that. I'm not it. And now I'm going to have to think very hard about playing any game with Tom Clancy's name on it in the future. It reminded me, though, of a high-quality interactive fiction game that was promoted heavily, I think 2 Halloweens ago. So I thought it might be appropriate, since we're getting close to Halloween, to look at this game called Infected. It's got 4 out of 5 stars. Not many reviews, though. They probably forgot to put a review link in it or something. And it turns out it was... I remember the VO and it was really good. And when I did a little research this morning, it's actually adapted from an interactive fiction novel. So like an R.L. Stein or a Choose Your Own Adventure author named James Shainep. He's got a series of these on Amazon. Look it up, James Shainep, Infected, I think Murdered, Pathogen, I forget. Several of them, all of them sort of calamity based. But the VO is by this guy named R.C. Bray, who I guess did voiceover for the Martian movie. It's pretty good, high quality VO. I can't remember why I was frustrated with this game, but it was pretty epic. So I'm just gonna give it a look. I'm not gonna preload any more judgments about it, and let's just take a look at how it works as interactive fiction for Alexa. Echo, open Infected.
Welcome back to Infected. Hello there. Yes, you. Ready to chat your poison? Good, me too. All right, here's how it works. You, dear listener, are the main character of this story. Live, die, and rise again, based solely on the merit of your own choices. Will you survive the zombie apocalypse? Infected. To continue, you can buy a story pass. Immortality can be yours.
What do you mean I can
That's
buy a
right.
story pass?
After successful testing on lab rats, Gilgazyme is now ready for public consumption. It's a revolutionary new gene therapy invented by Dr. Richard Phoenix and Dr. Louis De Leon, which promises to end aging after only 1 dose. Simply use the patented inhaler and let science take care of the rest. Your flawed genetic code will be removed and replaced by a new and improved stream in which you'll never age another day.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
Stay young and beautiful forever with Gilgazyme. Decision time. That's your cue to listen closely. Your options will be listed as poison 1, poison 2, etc. Then you'll hear me say, chat your poison, and this sound. At which point, you'll tell me your choice aloud as a clear and unambiguous poison 1, for example. Poison 1. Stay this age forever? I'll sell my house, my kids, whatever. Sign me up. Poison 2. Does anyone else think this is a bad idea? No freaking way am I going anywhere near that poison. Chat your poison.
Repeat? I can't remember all this.
Poison 1. Stay this age forever? I'll sell my house, my kids, whatever. Sign me up.
Sounds
Poison
good.
2. Does anyone else think this is a bad idea? No freaking way am I going anywhere near that poison. Chat your poison.
Number 1.
Infected is an audiobook adventure with over 40 hours of immersive
Really?
zombie survival
Paywall
gameplay.
right there?
A story pass grants full access to the story. Prime members save $1.99. Without Prime, Your price is $9.99 plus tax.
$9.
Would you like to buy it?
Yeah. $9. I don't even know what I'm getting.
Infected is an audiobook adventure with over 40 hours of immersive zombie
$9?
survival gameplay.
$10, really.
A story pass grants full access to the story. Prime
heavy.
members save $1.99. Without Prime, your price is $9.99 plus tax. Would you like to buy it?
Yes. For my audience, I will buy
Great.
the $10
Your
story
order
pass.
is complete and I've emailed you a receipt.
Thanks for buying a story pass. You may now continue Infected. Hello there. Yes, you.
Oh, come on, dude.
Ready
Don't
to
repeat
chat
it.
your poison?
Echo skip.
Good. Me too.
Jeez.
Poison 1. Stay this age forever?
Yes.
I'll
Echo.
sell my house, my kids.
Poison 1.
Gilgazyme. You really think you can afford immortality? What are you, a movie star?
Actually,
Decision time.
Actually, I am
Poison
so.
1. Why, yes, I am quite wealthy. I'll take that inhaler, please. Poison 2. Sigh. Looks like I'll just dream about it and die one day like everyone else. Poison 3. I guess you're right. Now I'll have to infiltrate the company and steal a sample. Chat your
I
poison.
can't remember number 1. Repeat. I can't remember all this.
Poison 1. Why, yes, I am quite wealthy. I'll take that inhaler, please. Poison 2. Sigh. Looks like I'll just dream about it and die one day like everyone else. Poison
Pathetic.
3. I guess you're right. Now I'll have to infiltrate the company and steal a
No,
sample.
fucking, I'm taking it.
Chat your poison.
Poison 1.
Social elite.
That's right.
You are a member of the 1%.
That's right.
The best the world has to offer.
All right.
You know the schmuck who said money can't buy happiness was probably poor. You've been elevated above everyone else, either through your own hard work, by birth, luck, or a little of each.
True.
And now you can finally make time to give back by gracing the world with your presence for eternity.
Valhalla.
You're resting quietly in your mansion, contemplating how to spend your eons, vaguely wishing Gilgazyme had come out last year, when your personal assistant arrives with a package. The package. She leaves it on your 16th century escritoire right next to the tray with today's civet coffee. It briefly enters your mind that this
Civet
is the
coffee?
closest
That-
Stacy will ever come to blessed immortality.
Good plug.
And she probably didn't even know it crossed her hands. You thank her and she leaves. With deliberate care, you open the package. It's a nondescript cardboard box filled with packing peanuts. From within, you pull a long and slender tube about the size of a wine bottle without a neck. The metal is cool to the touch. A white business card inside the box reads simply, "Welcome to the rest of your life. See you in the future. Phoenix and De Leon." Back to the tube. You unscrew the top, and it hisses back at you in response. Along with the pressure coming out of the canister, wisps of white smoke float up toward you. Suspended in the middle of the carriage is none other than the Gilgazyme inhaler. It gives when you tug on it, and now you hold the thing in the palm of your hand. It's heavier than you expected, and for what you paid for it, it's probably worth 1,000 times its weight in gold. The inhaler is minimally decorated too. No words, only the symbol of infinity, repeated and interlocking like chainmail in shining silver decor around its light blue slender body. Over the mouthpiece is a red cap labeled "Remove before use." Without hesitation, you pop the cap and suck down the cool solution from within. As you depress the injector, the formula forces itself into your throat and lungs. You can't tell if it's liquid or gas, but it coats your esophagus in a viscous embrace. The effervescent tingling spreads throughout your body and eventually dissipates altogether. You don't feel any differently, but you realize that's sort of the point. You'll never be any different. Tomorrow and all the rest of your days will feel the same as this day.
Awesome.
No more will you age. Your body won't decay and deteriorate like everyone else. You'll never die. Unless you get hit by a car or contract a terminal illness. But that's not a fun thought. So, how about instead of sitting at home
Suicide.
entertaining notions of hypochondria, you throw the party of a never-ending lifetime? You're immortal. Time to live like a god. Now then, where should you have Stacy invite your family, friends, co-workers, and anyone else who might envy your newfound longevity? Decision time.
Finally.
Poison 1. First day of the rest of my life? Vegas, baby. Private
No.
jet and penthouse suite
Not
for the win.
Vegas. Fuck Vegas.
Poison 2.
Fucking white trash
You know what would be nice?
paradise.
Just a small get-together. On my yacht. Do you have any idea
Yeah.
how much tail I'm going to get as an immortal?
Yeah, my Viking yacht.
Poison 3. Get my plane and entourage prepped. I hear Paris is quite nice when you're ageless. Chat your poison.
Poison 2. Hitting the yacht.
Yacht Club. Who doesn't like a booze cruise? It's even better when it's on a floating multi-million-dollar luxury home. There are no party crashers. Everyone here is special. And in an effort to stay that way, most suck up to you pretty hard. You're in your private room, which you've been in while the guests arrived. It's been 6 hours since you took the Gilgazine, and soon it'll be time for your grand entrance. People will toast in your honor. And when they say, "May you live 1,000 years," it will actually be possible. Still, despite your floating castle filled by people specifically here to make you feel good, you experience no joy. In fact, you don't feel anything. You're not excited by this party, but you're not dreading it. You're not happy to be immortal, but you're not regretful either. You're in the perfect doldrums of emotion. It's almost like you found some sort of Zen enlightenment where you've transcended all human feeling. There is nothing in the world that you want. Then Stacy quietly opens the door so as not to disturb your meditations. But she brings with her something sweet and potent. You can feel life flowing through the doorway with her. Now you know what you want. And now that you know it, you'll never be able to find enough of it. "We're ready for you," she says. You turn toward her, and she must see the hunger in your eyes. You can see it inversely reflected by the concern in her own. But ever your loyal assistant, she ignores her instincts as you move in toward her. "Is everything okay?" she asks,
Okay.
her voice quivering. "It is now." You lunge the final step toward her, biting down firmly on her neck, your teeth sinking into the softest part of her flesh and freeing that lifeblood you so desperately crave. She gives you one final act of assistance and screams
Had
out,
that problem
thus
before.
bringing the other guests right to you. When they arrive, you drop Stacy. You want more, and you want it fresh. Brad, never able to hold an opinion of his own, now has no opinion over whether he should run or fight. So you give him a piece of your mind by taking a piece of his. As for Stacy, she's down, but not for good.
It's a
Your
good line.
Gilgazime works within her now, and in only a matter of hours, she'll rise again. Don't let it be said you never gave her anything. Word spreads across your yacht that you've lost your mind. You walk calmly through your domain, playing the best game of hide-and-seek ever conceived. Ollie Ollie Oxen Feed, you couldn't ask for better rules. As soon as you find someone, you bite them, they scream, someone comes to defend them, and you bite that person too. Tony smashes a bottle of your finest champagne over your head as if christening you, and you latch onto him for his trouble. You continue on, having
Get
the
to
time
play
of
as a
your
zombie?
afterlife.
That's awesome.
And soon make it above decks. People flee and jump over the
I hope.
sides, which you think is a grand idea, and you follow them right overboard. Unfortunately, you can no longer swim, so you sink. Fortunately, it doesn't matter since you no longer breathe. So you walk along the bottom, looking up and following the kicking legs toward shore. As the seabed rises to become beach, you'll meet again. In only a couple of hours, those you shared the gift of immortality with will rise from home base and switch from hide-and-seek to join your team in a worldwide game of tag. But why wait? No need to cover your eyes and count. The other team is already running and hiding. Lands up ahead. Well, better get walking.
Come on, man.
Say continue. now.
Continue. Wow, there's a
Urbane decay.
long mic lag there.
Welcome to the first day of your afterlife. You're not exactly dead, but you're certainly not alive either. You are the in-between. You don't need to breathe,
man.
and your
I wanna
heart
make a
doesn't
choice.
pump, but you're okay with that. The Gilgazyme has changed you in ways zombie fiction could never have predicted.
I'll be patient.
True, your body is only a tool you'll use in your never-ending quest for human tissue, and so long as your brain remains intact, whatever damage the rest of you sustains is irrelevant. But the change in your genetic code, which causes your body never to age, also prevents it from decomposition. When you get wounded in the upcoming millennia, your body will simply be opened like a med school cadaver. No blood will emerge. Your wounds will not fester nor rot. Yet you're no longer breaking down nutrients, so you won't heal either. You'll simply incur a debt of flesh until it proves enough to dismantle you.
Ew.
Stay young and beautiful forever with Gilgazyme. You're no longer skilled nor coordinated, but what you lack in grace, you make up in persistence. You don't sleep or rest. You'll never feel pain or cold or emotion. The only need you have now is hunger. You don't have memories per se, but certain feelings have given way to instinct. You know where you should go to feed. Decision time. Poison 1. Mom and Dad aren't far away, and they're always saying I should visit more often. Poison
Go
2.
eat my mom.
My friends will be worried. I better see how they're doing. Maybe they'll want to join my walking club. Poison 3. I think I was in love at some point. Let's find my sweetheart so we can be together forever. Chat your poison.
Poison 1. Let's give the old parental units a visit.
Moan, sweet moan. You roam the city like you own it, out in the open and on the lookout for possible food. It seems any remaining humans have already gone into hiding, and if you had the capacity, you'd be surprised just how many other immortals wander the streets around you. It's not a coordinated effort, but a group of individuals, each migrating toward whatever scrap of memory sends them toward loved ones. It's sort of like the airport over the holidays. It's peaceful. No traffic, no radios, not even any birds chirping. Something's on fire in the distance, but save for that, it's only a calm breeze. Mother Earth will thank you for cleansing her breast of rotting, festering humanity. Mother. You stand at your parents' doorstep without even realizing you've arrived. Your senses search in unison, but there's no sound, and apparently no way in. The windows are boarded up. You pound lightly against the door. My baby, your mother screams from within. Quiet, Father chastises. Open the door, open it. We can let our child in, there's still time. The sounds of barricade removal. A dresser scraping along the floor, a couch tumbling off the pile, boards pried loose from the frame. Come in, hurry, Dad says, with an outstretched arm to grab you.
This is not going to end well.
Again, you'd be surprised if you were capable of such a thing, but instead you just accept the invitation. You grab hold of his arm, and with strength he wasn't expecting, pull him out of the house and onto the lawn. A few other gods and goddesses pick up on the cue. Is that moan coming from you? And they stagger over to see what all the fuss is about. Leave him alone! That's your father! Mom shouts as you eat dear old Dad. Mother. You leave your writhing father for the other immortals and move toward the house.
Immortals.
Finally recognizing the signs of your Oedipal rage, she slams the door. On your fingers. 4 of the digits on your left hand snap under the power of her adrenaline-fueled shove, but this doesn't bother you in the least. If anything, it's a good thing. The door isn't closed, and you can force your way in. You do so, bringing the neighborhood with you.
Make me eat
It's
my
an
mom.
end-of-the-world block party. Your mother, never ready for company, runs back into her room for cover. This isn't just another fad, Mom. This is eternal life. You'll like it. Just let me show you. Feeding your child from your own body is natural, healthy, and has many benefits for both mother and offspring.
You had to go there.
You have your mother's eyes. Once you're finished, you rise, and your
Oh,
mind tells your
God.
body where to go.
You have
There are
your
other
mother's
people out there
eyes. Does
you
that mean I
know,
ate
but
her eyeball?
that memory has faded. Where are you now? What's this house? Memory has given way completely to instinct. Your feet start moving. But where are they taking you? Decision time.
Shit.
Poison 1. To the hospital. I want to give back. Share this gift. Heal the sick.
Hospital.
Poison 2. I'm going to keep rocking the suburbs.
Suburbs.
Poison 3.
Hospital, suburbs.
Isn't there a nursery or an old folks home somewhere around
No,
here?
I'm not eating kids.
I like slow prey. Chat your
Oh,
poison.
fuck yeah. Poison 3. We're gonna eat people in the old folks home and children at a nursery
You're really
school.
sick.
That's awful.
Well, you're obviously a lazy zombie, so you go for the closest easy prey. As it turns out, it's some kind of YMCA or Big Brothers Sisters program headquarters. You know, the after-school types. From the looks of things, many parents were unable or unwilling to come and claim their child after all hell broke loose. As a group of gods and goddesses feed upon the adult chaperone, you know there'll be plenty of unattended morsels ripe for the taking. You shamble past the gorging immortals into the courtyard beyond. Small eyes look up toward you, doughy faces reddish pink with tears, like fresh, plump strawberries. Juicy. You shamble toward the bunch and they flee, like so many games once played with laughter on this very ground. The screams tickle and titillate your senses. This is fun.
This is twisted.
Some of these kids are quick, but lucky for you, most aren't. There was an epidemic before yours, childhood obesity, and now you reap the benefits of the fatted calf. One particular chunky monkey stands out. He's out of breath just thinking of fleeing. Your immortal daughter is faster than his waddle. He's so out of shape that you catch him only by shambling. Someone call the Mothers Against Bullying. This just isn't fair. You feast. The virginal muscle tissue never used is sweet and tender.
That's disgusting.
You want to thank his parents for using the TV as a babysitter and a bag of potato chips as a pacifier. He's a veal cutlet. The children chum the waters with their screams. Soon, every interminable being within 4 city blocks arrives.
How long does this go on?
You get frantic. Better move on to more before they're all gone. Alas, soon they are. Nothing lasts forever. Except you. Where to next? Decision time.
Man, this is fucked up.
Poison 1. There's a pawn shop across the street. Maybe
shop.
I can help these humans trade in their old life for the new. Poison 2. Corner grocery.
Grocery.
When
pawn
hunting,
shop, grocery.
hang out where your food feeds. Poison 3. Follow the cars. You may be the tortoise, but the hare
Pawn
is
shop,
bound to run out of gas
grocery,
sooner or later.
Cars.
Chat your poison.
Number 3. Poison 3.
No light at the end.
Hard to remember to say that.
For the first time, you feel the full strength of traveling with the Pantheon. The number of immortals tallies in the thousands now, all of you shambling the path of the evacuation route, but not because of any conscious choice or even a desire to be together. Such things are behind you now. The Pantheon travels as a group of individual gods and goddesses, all homed in on the same cue. Smell. The smell of gasoline reaches out to you the way a fresh pie cooling in a window on a hot summer day would for a human child. Or like Pepe Le Pew following the trail of his lover for the cartoon aficionados in the group.
Thank you.
Up ahead, traffic. Never before has this been a more welcome sight. Cars have been zooming by, smashing into immortals, crashing, flipping, getting torn open like cans of sardines, and just driving delightfully recklessly in general. In short, it's been a fun journey. But all those red taillights, that's where you're headed. Humans start to panic, taking their sedans off-road or smashing their SUVs into other cars. You're getting excited. You moan with pure joy. Up ahead, the source of the traffic becomes evident. The road leads into a tunnel. You used to know the name of it, but alas, the devil ate the details, which, as the world around grows dark, gleams like one giant flashlight. You enter the tunnel with your fellow immortals, some of whom have beaten you to the chase, and look for the best way to wreak havoc. A group of gods in hard hats rocks a car like an unruly vending machine, the passengers inside screaming in the most pleasing fashion. These blue-collar immortals must have been traveling together since the beginning. How touching. Anyone foolish enough to have a window rolled down is instantly plucked out of their vehicle. A few can't help it, though. You know the car you used to see parked downtown occasionally? The one with the plastic sheet and duct tape where there used to be a window? It wasn't fooling anyone then, and it's not fooling the immortals now. People melt their tires trying to push through the traffic in vain. And deep in the long tunnel, there's no room for an alternate route. Some of the panicked humans try to abandon their vehicles and run. They're easily picked off. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen near you. Say continue to search the tunnel for prey.
Continue. Why do I have to say continue? Echo, continue. Oh, fuck.
You find a car with a family locked inside. The father/husband holds a crowbar tightly. This doesn't bother you. The fact that no one's eating them does. You pound one fist against the windshield, then another, again and again. The bones in your hands shatter. The windshield does not. Other gods and goddesses answer the call. Whatever passes for instinct among you drives those in the vicinity to join in. Good idea, they intone with their moans. 20 fists pound the glass from all sides. Then 30. Now 50. Every square inch of space has immortals bashing their limbs against the car. Muffled cries from the children within excite the group further. Someone gains entry from the passenger side window. Their pulpy hands reach in for the mother, only to be beaten back by the father. All the immortals rush toward the breach with arms groping.
Gross.
You're closest, and able to shove your left arm through the window. The father beats your arm with his crowbar, but you don't react. This whole feeling no pain thing is pretty cool. Finally, you get what you were hoping for. His wife's hair. The actress locks intertwine with the mash of your hands, and you pull her out. The husband opens his door to help. Big mistake. Immortals sweep over him and flood through the driver's door. Like any delicious meal, she's gone too quickly. In fact, so is the whole experience. Before you know it, the whole tunnel is dead, immortal, or waiting to rise. Time to move on to greener pastures. Decision time.
Finally. Okay.
Poison 1. I'm still hungry. How about an all-you-can-eat buffet? Poison 2. Where do scared people go? Police station. Poison
Bad
3.
idea.
The dead are rising. A cemetery seems appropriate to continue my own personal horror movie. Chat your poison.
Repeat. I can't remember the choices. Echo.
Poison 1.
Repeat.
Poison 1. I'm still hungry. How about an all-you-can-eat buffet?
What does that mean?
Poison 2. Where do scared people go? Police station. Poison 3. The dead are rising. A cemetery seems
Halloween. Let's go to
appropriate to
cemetery.
continue my own personal horror movie. Chat your poison.
Poison 3.
They tell no tales. You amble past the iron gates, dry roses crunching underfoot, and into the cemetery. The place is a graveyard. No one's here. You clearly watched too many movies back when you were mortal, and apparently something deep within your psyche told you this would be the place to go. It's not. Humanity no longer has the means to bury their dead in ceremonious plots. The dead here will not rise again. There will be no mourning of loved ones inside this once green-lawned sanctuary of bones. So, better keep moving. Decision
That's it?
time.
All right.
Poison 1. I'm still hungry. How about an all-you-can-eat buffet? Poison 2. Where do scared people go? Police station.
Okay, I guess that was a dead end.
Chat your poison.
All you can eat buffet. Oh, sorry. Poison 1.
Poison 1. I'm still hungry.
Echo.
How about
Poison 1.
so full you could burst? Once the siren song of the mega obese, the all-you-can-eat buffet is now host to its final promotion, Zombie Thursday. You approach the feeding trough, and it's immediately apparent from the influx of immortals, the place is in a state of pandemonium normally reserved for Mother's Day brunch. The scooter-bound flee like rats from a sinking ship, and yet others, gelatinous mountains, rush in to fill their handicapable vans with prime rib and peach cobbler. For you, it's certainly all you can eat, but supplies are limited. Like a Paleolithic tribe, you bring down a mammoth with the help of a few other hunters. This catch should last you through half of winter, but you have no concept of moderation. You down as much blubber as your gullet will take, and there is a limit. You don't feel pain in the same way as mortals, and yet you're aware that your stomach and intestines are expanding to their tensile boundaries. Stomach's gonna give soon. You've seen the other gods and goddesses in the advanced stages of overeating. Stomachs distended from tissue failure, digestive systems ruptured, and abdominal cavities filled with flesh and fluid. Then, once the body's extra storage space is maxed out, the overpressurized bellies burst, and newly consumed victims simply spread out onto the street.
Oh, God.
Stay young and beautiful forever with Gilgazime.
It's disgusting.
There's a loud gurgling from within, loud enough to drown out your moan. Your backed-up digestive system groans like an exhausted engine. And then it happens. You shit yourself. Luckily for you, the bone fragments, scraps of clothing, chunks of scalp and hair didn't put any serious clogs in your plumbing. And gravity does its job. Like a pigeon in mid-flight, this process happens without your consent, and to all outward appearances, it's as if you didn't notice either. You just keep filling the top with new food while the old drops out below. Much like the eatery's former patrons. But soon, Zombie Thursday is over.
All right.
The Pantheon disperses, and it's time to wander once more. Say continue, to go in search of further prey.
Continue. Continue.
Say continue, now.
Damn. Continue.
Many moons. Some time passes. You're not sure how much, as time doesn't mean much to the ageless. But it was dark, and then it was light, and that pattern repeated itself for several iterations. Human beings are less frequently encountered and better armed than they were in the beginning, so that sucks. But there goes one right now. Across the wet pavement, his boots hitting puddles and disrupting the reflected starlight as he runs. Apparently, he thinks his shotgun will keep him safe while he goes out for food. Time to prove him wrong. The local pantheon of immortals descends upon him, yourself included, elbowing their way through the gods and goddesses already tailing him. He slams against a door but finds it won't budge. Open the door, hurry up, goddammit, he shouts as he pounds against it. Open the fucking door! His voice shrieks with strain. Knowing this is the end, he turns back to face the crowd with his shotgun raised. You're seventh in line. The immortal push forward and boom! The shotgun gives the first goddess's face the firecracker inside the pumpkin treatment. He slides back the pump action, feeds another shell into the breach, and blows away the next immortal. He's quick, and your compatriots drop to the pavement in less than a second each. 1, 2, 3 down. Only one more god between you and the human. Oh boy, it's almost your turn. He sprays the last immortal's face all over yours, then pumps and levels the weapon at your forehead. Click. Has there ever been a more beautiful sound? He pumps once more and once more. Click. That's one of the many great things about eating people. No reloading. You bring him down to the pavement, his writhing form directly atop the slain immortals, and others of the Pantheon help you feed.
Ugh.
The rest of the crowd decides it's only right to honor this man's memory by bashing in the door and finding out exactly why he wanted in there. From the screams, it must have been his home base, and he led the Pantheon right to them. Unfortunately, jackpots like this one are increasingly hard to stumble across. When everybody's holed up in hiding, where's a hungry immortal to go? Decision time. Poison 1. Shopping mall. I bet they're all hiding there. Poison 2. Into the sewer, because why not?
Sewer?
Poison
Shopping
3.
mall sounds way more fun.
Peaceful vegan commune.
Yeah.
Chat your poison.
Poison 3. Let's eat some hippies. It's gonna be great.
Poison 1.
Come on. Echo.
Shopping mall.
Poison 3.
Yum. Hippies.
Yeah.
These people are
Hell
organic,
yeah.
free-range fed, hormone and antibiotic free. In short, delicious and nutritious. They're unwashed, but you don't mind. How the hell has a peaceful commune survived this long? Don't ask. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Just eat it. So with arms spread wide, a man with dirty blonde dreadlocks and hemp clothing greets you.
Of course.
Hello, friend. Quickly turns into, get it the hell off me! The great thing about pacifists is that no one tries to fight back. You get the unaware first, the infirm second, and the stoned out of their minds last. A few run away, but they'll find an equally hospitable welcome by your fellow immortals before they get too far. You'll certainly never get this lucky again. The rest of humanity will be locked up tight if they're not already dead. And you better start looking for them. Well, time to get to wandering. Say continue now.
Continue.
The Wanderer. Once again, time flies and you see no sign of humanity. Maybe they're all dead. Maybe the Earth is now and forevermore host to your immortal walking club. Still, you search. It doesn't bother you, the endless walking. You'll never get sore or tired, and there are simply too many nooks and crannies on this planet for you to explore. So you're taken a bit by surprise as you're walking on the outskirts of the city, and the cool night air is pierced by the sound of a large diesel generator starting up. Deer don't start generators. Raccoons don't need power. Fresh human meat is surely nearby. Just as you turn to move toward the noise, another sound surprises you, and this one even more so. It's like an old World War II raid siren, and when you turn your head, you see searchlights arcing their way through the sky above a newly powered building. Two distinct signs of humanity, and you're right in the middle of the both. So, which one will it be? Decision time. Poison 1. First come, first served, and I heard the generator first. Poison 2.
Generator.
That siren makes it seem they really want me to come, and I hate to disappoint. Chat your poison.
Poison 1. I don't like the siren. I think that's a trap. Echo.
Poison 1.
Oh man, I screwed it up.
Poison 1. First come, first served.
Echo,
and I heard
poison
the
1. It's so easy to fuck it up.
Food generator. You walk toward the low grumble, having pinpointed the sound to a ridge above the city. As you hike toward the source,
This is just
the
one
siren
path
and lights
through
turn
this
off
game,
behind
too.
you, so you feel like you made the right choice. Now, if the people at the generator site leave before you arrive, you'll really be peeved. But no, There's a new sound that tells you you're not too late at all. Gunfire. When you clear the ridgeline and move through the trees, you see an odd sight. A Jeep with a turret on the back is blasting your fellow immortals to bits. But there's no gunner. It's some kind of automated drone turret, and the 50 caliber machine gun slaughters gods wholesale with no danger to the shooters, wherever they are. The Jeep sits out in front of a radio station, a medium-sized concrete building with a gigantic radio tower in the back. But the building doesn't interest you. You move toward the machine gun like a moth toward a flame. You can't help yourself. The turret swivels, doing the most damage it possibly can, and slowly rotates toward you. But then 3 figures emerge from the station. A young girl with a scarlet ponytail and paintball armor, a geeky-looking scientist, and a swordmaster in kendo armor. The engineer sprints toward the outside of the building around back to the radio tower, escorted by the swordsman. The girl sprints toward you and the Jeep, so that's where your attention goes. She has some kind of freakish pistol and pops round after round into the pantheon around you. With quick, nimble moves, she makes it in and claims a large spool of rope, turning and fleeing just before she would have aimed the pistol at your head. Now she moves toward the back of the building and you follow. Stepping over the corpses of former immortals, you rush as fast as your uncoordinated legs will carry you. Around the back, the scientist dangles on the radio tower while the samurai and the girl deal death. Wisely, you head toward the tower and the dangling food. He climbs higher and higher, the rope securely around his waist. You wave your hands high above, hoping he'll fall on you. Eventually, he makes it to the top, and the tower hums with new life. Electricity flows through as the thing powers up. You can hear the power move down the tower and feel new vibrations come down onto the concrete pad on which you stand.
Uh-oh.
Your feet can't move. It's like you're glued down. The electricity arcs through you and you can no longer control your muscles.
No.
You superheat and your flesh cooks on your bones until eventually something smells like copper-coated popcorn and your cooked brain pours out your ears.
Oh, God.
The engineer zip lines down the rope to safety and the trio escape to the Jeep. The end. Okay, so you died. Don't beat yourself up over it. 95% of everyone dies during the zombie apocalypse. That's why it's called an apocalypse. If everyone lived, it'd be called a zombie palooza. Luckily for you, this is a book, and you can keep trying. You can say, start over, if you want to. Well, start over.
All
And
right.
remember, you can say pause, stop, or skip
Let's
to
try
choices
going
at
back
any
through
time to
maybe as
navigate through
not
the
a
story.
zombie.
Ready to give it another go? Check your poison. You can say stop to end your game and come back later, or you can say restart to begin again. Do you want to stop or restart?
Restart.
Immortality can be yours.
All right. Echo.
That's right.
Skip.
Poison 1. Stay this age forever? I'll sell my house, my kids,
That's what I did
whatever.
last time. I'm
Sign
going to
me
go a
up.
different route.
Poison 2. Does anyone else think this is a bad idea? No freaking way am I going anywhere near that poison. Chat your poison.
Poison 2. Let's play it safe this time.
Good news. You already own that.
You have already purchased a story pass.
Thanks for buying a story pass. You may now continue
That's a bug.
infected. Hello there. Yes, you. Ready to
Echo
chat your
skip.
poison? Poison 1. Stay this age forever? I'll sell my
Echo.
house, my kids. What?
Poison 2.
Clean living. Not a bad idea, steering clear. Who wants to be a guinea pig anyway? Not you. You've heard about drugs that are produced only to be banned a year later. And this sounds really, really bad. After all, if God had wanted us to live forever, he wouldn't have given us a talking snake offering forbidden fruits. Nope, You're playing it safe. Although it would be interesting to see what the world will be like when the latest post-pubescent pop star is on the cover of 117 magazine. Decision time. Poison 1. Exactly. Back to my boring life. What's on TV? Poison 2. Are you kidding? This Gilga whatever thing just seems plain wrong. I have to take down the company from the inside. Chat your poison.
Poison 2?
Welcome to the company. If you could just sign this non-disclosure agreement. Oh yes, that's standard for all janitors. And we do a lot of hush-hush
I'm a
work here.
janitor.
You've heard of Gilgazime, right? Well, this is just like Wonka's chocolate factory, except the secret behind our everlasting gobstopper, which is truly everlasting, is worth billions. Okay, just initial here saying you won't sell our mice carcasses, and initial here saying if you steal our product and alter your genetic code, you then become company property. Also, our lawyers tell us we should explicitly inform you that moral qualms are not grounds to release from employment.
Awesome.
That's it.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I can work here.
Here's your jumpsuit and there's the mob. Get to janitizing. You're in. Time to find out more about what goes on here. The whole place has tiled floor, and you've got a key to be anywhere without arousing suspicion. A mop and a bucket. You've also got a literal set of keys and a key card labeled Level 1 Access. There's a sign on the wall explaining the split in the hallway. Where to? Decision time. Poison 1. Staff offices. Maybe there's some paperwork worth stealing, or perhaps you'll spy on the famous doctors. Poison 2. Rodent testing labs. They're bound to have something valuable lying around.
I'm not getting bitten.
Poison 3. The bathrooms. Dirty toilets stink of dirty janitors. You don't want the staff getting suspicious on your first day.
Office.
Chat your poison.
Poison 1.
Staff offices. The fact that they just monetized arguably the most significant discovery in history notwithstanding, this company is rather underwhelming. There are only 2 offices in this section, those belonging to the doctors, Richard Phoenix and Louis De Leon. Granted, the building is full of techs running tests and collecting data, but you get the feeling that this project is severely undermanned. As you can see from the glass facades, one office is occupied and the other is empty. The larger houses Dr. Phoenix, who stands behind a cluttered desk and shouts into his office telephone. Where does your mop take you? Decision time. Poison 1. The main office. Doc Phoenix must be Mr. Bossman, so he'll probably have whatever info I need. Plus, I can overhear whatever it is he's saying. Waste not another minute.
Oh, you're confusing me.
Poison 2. De Leon's office. He's away,
Main office,
so it'll
De
be
Leon's
easier
office.
for me to snoop through his stuff. Chat your poison.
Poison 2?
De Leon's office. Meticulously clean and Spartan. This is the office of someone with an OCD standard of cleanliness. The only object worthy of interest is the computer. There's an audio file up on the screen, and you figure it's worth finding out what kind of music the guy listens to, so you hit play. But it's a voice recording, not music. You won't find out which bands appeal to genetic researchers today. Instead, you turn the volume low and move your mop back and forth across the floor while listening closely. Phoenix. I need you to sign this endorsing the product, and let's break out the bubbly. De Leon. I don't know. I'd like to do more tests. What? Since when? What's happened? They just seem bored. Bored? Who gives a shit? Let them decide how to spend their time after they've handed us their life savings. Certain test groups have stopped sleeping. They don't eat. Hell, maybe this'll end world hunger, too. Okay, look, De Leon. All we have to do is slap something on there saying not evaluated by the FDA, and we're golden. I'd like to start a new batch. See if I can cut out these outlier groups. Fuck that. It could take years. You're still young, but I need this. All right, how about this? What if Einstein was still alive? Still alive and in his prime because his telomeres stopped shortening. Think of the discoveries we'd have. You can be that scientist, free to research whatever you want forever. Not to
Einstein's
mention
a
the
little
Nobel
overrated.
Prize. Just sign the form, Einstein. That's the end of the clip, and there are no subsequent files, at least that you can see. You're not going to find anything else in this barren office. Decision time. Poison 1. Head to the main office. Doc Phoenix is still on the phone,
okay.
so I
Main
can overhear
office.
whatever it is he's saying. Waste not another minute. Poison 2. Rodent testing labs. They're bound to have something valuable lying around. Chat your
Like
poison.
me getting bitten. Poison 1. I think we'll do 10 more minutes, then I'm going to call it quits. This thing's huge.
Poison 1. Head to the main
Echo.
office. Doc
Poison 1.
Phoenix's office. You enter the lion's den, eyes cast down, trying not to attract his attention. You say something like, "Yo quiero mapa los flores," and he's busy enough to buy it.
Racist.
He waves you on and turns his back to you. "I don't give a shit," he screams into the phone. Luckily, he's looking the other way, so he doesn't see your shocked look of disbelief. "No, we have not started human trials. There will be no goddamn human trials." When you think doctor, this is not the guy who comes to mind.
Just thinking
He looks
that.
more like George Hamilton. Fake tan, bleached teeth, slickly gelled hair. He's clearly someone concerned about looks and aging. Makes sense, considering the product. Phoenix was obviously handsome in his youth, and still creates an impressive persona as a middle-aged man. He may no longer be a tiger, but he's still a silver fox.
I can identify with
Absolutely
that.
the fuck not, he continues. Why? Because I'm not paying some college dropout $175 to take a drug that will make him live forever. That's why. People pay me for that privilege, and there's a little word called million in that equation. Look, the rat tests are perfect,
for a
and we're
billion,
moving
dude. Why
forward
stop at a
without
million?
human
What's wrong
trials.
with you?
This thing is going wide on Monday. Either you do your job or I'll find somebody else who likes money. That's why you're called distributor, and I'm called doctor. Time to distribute. Leave the science to me. With that, he slams down the phone. You keep mopping, whistling so as to appear inconspicuous. "Dipshit," he says to the phone. Then he looks up at you. "Say, you're new here, right?" Decision time. Poison 1. No hablo inglés. Poison 2. I couldn't help but hear you need human test subjects. Then slowly raise your hand to volunteer. Poison 3.
Did that before.
You point to his glass wall, say, "Oh my God, what is that?" Then scoop a stack of important-looking files into the
Yes.
trash can attached to your mop bucket. Chat your poison.
Poison 3.
You're fired. Oops, caught red-handed. You've got to be kidding me, right? I'm standing right here, he says. Stay where you are. I'm calling security. Didn't really think this one through, did you? So much for infiltrating the company. Oh well. Your only decision, pack up your things and head back to your normal life. Say continue.
What?
Now.
Continue. It's sending me back to the beginning.
3 weeks later. You are now 3 weeks older. Sorry, life isn't fair. But you're also 3 weeks wiser. Strange things have been happening in the world. You're plugged into the TV, and you've been following the news. It's on right now. More upset in Tinseltown. A gruesome attack at a movie premiere, only days after the third in a string of incidents where a Hollywood set was shut down for the violent mental breakdown of a star. We'll go to the tape right now.
The new there.
The following footage is graphic, and it is suggested you look away if you're squeamish. Say continue to lean in close to the TV.
Stop.
Thank you for playing Infected. If you enjoyed this game, please write us a review at reviewinfected.com. Once again, review us at reviewinfected.com. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so lots to talk about here. Very impressed. So, wow, complete opposite of the Division Network. Wow, just polar opposites. Division Network, not interactive fiction, more like an audiobook that you say yes 30 times to. This is actually like a branching interactive fiction story, like a choose your own adventure game. R.L. Stein, remember those adventure books from the well, you probably weren't alive then, but 80s and 90s, they had these great choose your own adventure books. But this is really good interactive fiction. So let's talk about the good stuff. So just great VO, awesome voiceover talent there. I love the guys. You can feel his attitude when he's doing reading his lines, right? And then the writing is just hilarious. Whoever wrote this, James Shainep, just cynical view of humanity that I love, and plus just great references like civet coffee in the beginning. Like that's not many people know what that is, but it's hilarious. Some of the lines here were great. Give him a piece of mind by taking a piece of his mind. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. And then the choices were, the choice space, I would call it, or I don't know if it's not Telltale game quality here, but, pretty good choice of things to do that really make you think about the choices. Really like that. Some of the scenes, like, do you want to eat your parents or do you want to, like, eat your girlfriend? Pretty, I don't know. I just got a real kick out of that. And then just some of the stuff is just so gross, so disgusting, so on zombie apocalypse. It's like listening and playing to The Walking Dead almost in its visceral, guts and blood disgustingness. And then just, who doesn't love eating hippies? Like, there's something for everyone in this game, right? On the bad points or, rework points, you might say. So, it's kind of hard to remember several things here. First, an instinct is to say, like, oh, parents or girlfriend, say the word girlfriend or parents after this kind of long choice description, but you really have to say poison 1, poison 2, poison 3. I like that you don't have more than 3 choices, because god damn, I can't even remember the first choice after they're done narrating the third choice sometimes. I have to repeat it. But at least the repeat doesn't repeat the whole story like Division Network did. It just repeats the essential choice that you're given. Thank you for not making me listen to 10 minutes of dialogue again just because I can't hear your choice. Yeah, so I kind of wish I could say the words, but maybe they're having recognition problems. It is kind of a lot more stable for Alexa if you just have to say like 3 or 4 things ever. You can't get confused. So poison 1, poison 2, poison 3, but it's a little, kind of takes you out of the immersion, not being able to say a word that is related to what you just heard, but it works. Man, they put a paywall down right at the front of this thing. Like, starting to play the game, I get one scene, and then it's like, hey, you want more? How about $10? $9.99. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm getting into here, man. Like, after I played it for like an hour, I'm like, definitely worth it. $9, $10, whatever. I guess I don't have Prime on this account. But man, I don't know if I would pay, if I wasn't reviewing this for you guys, like $9.99 after one scene is described. Why didn't they put that like 10, 15, 20 minutes in? Maybe it's a really complicated story of a big network and a web or something. I don't know. But it seems like you would have wanted them to experience more of this story before you charge them. That's kind of a weird decision. And then sometimes you have to say continue. I don't know why they did that since they had great choices everywhere else. Probably, if I remember correctly, it may be that 90-second thing, although some of these things are way over 90 seconds. But Amazon forces you to put a choice in any game or any skill or any story every 90 seconds. I think they actually upped that to like 2 minutes. So that's probably what we're hitting here. It's like the 2-minute limit. They're probably narrating for like, I don't know, a minute and 50 seconds. And then they have to put a choice in to give you the next minute and 50 seconds. But at least they don't disguise it as a yes-no choice like Division Network. They're just like, say continue. So, that's the best way, I think, to get over that 90 or 2 minute hump with like a, you know, it's not a fake choice. It's just like keep going, right? That's good. Yeah, and then there was a weird bug here. Like when I replayed the game and I got to the second choice, it told me, "Thank you, you already have the story pass," and then it started repeating it again. Like, why? That's just a bug. Like, did they not test their story? Unless it's some hard-coded, you know, in-app purchase bug or something. But anyway, great game for Halloween. If you're a zombie apocalypse enthusiast, this is a great Alexa story game for you. Great choices, great writing, great narration. Definitely worth $9.99, I think. And I've just scratched the surface. I mean, I played as a zombie once. It seems like there's this infiltration storyline that I failed at. Guess I should have gone to the rat lab. But and then there's this survivor thing, like I think I got on. Who knows how many more there are? This feels like there's just a ton of story here in replay. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play this a few more times. I want to see how big it is. It feels gigantic, and it feels like real interactive fiction. Like this is, if you like interactive fiction, like Zombie Apocalypse, say to your Echo device, "Open Infected." Give it a try for yourself. All right, that's it for today, and I think tomorrow we'll finally get around to, let me see what I got on the list here. I want to check out Song Quiz, but also want to check out some of these silly apps like that Groot one. There's one that's a Pikachu talk that's just got like 44,000 ratings, reviews, 4 out of 5. Like, what's that one all about? Like, is it actually like a Pokemon game? I'm curious. And then, God, what else? I was looking at ratings the other day. Oh, God, there's like some fart apps that have like 60,000 reviews. We're going to take a look at them next time. I'm Super Grognard, signing off. Thanks for watching.